Okay, so today we're going to talk about how do we reduce your reactions to chemicals. And we've talked about chemicals, so what do you do about it? So it's an interesting thing. The first thing you do about it is try to get rid of as many of them as you can, but the topic is how do I reduce my reactions to it? So chemicals are largely, the most profound effect is on the liver. Okay, your liver does, it used to be 350 things, now I think it's up to 500 things that your 500 metabolic pathways that your liver is involved in, literally. Okay, but they have several major pathways. And I think I'm correct in saying that its most prominent pathway is a glutathione pathway. And so you've probably heard of glutathione. If you haven't, you're going to, okay? Because glutathione is a major player in getting well and staying well in autoimmunity. And here's the reason why. Approximately 25% of the listed known triggers that trigger immune thyroid disease or perpetually keep triggering it are toxins, are chemicals, are BPA, they're plastics, they're formaldehyde, they're all these things that we live in. We live in this soup of chemicals. So glutathione is the glutathione pathway is the pathway that is designed to take this chemical. So this chemical is actually an entity. It's actually a molecule, okay? It comes into you, you breathe it in, it comes in through your lung, or you put it on your skin and it's absorbed through your skin. But eventually it finds its way to your liver because that's what your liver's there for. Liver's there for alcohol, drugs, toxins, those types of things. It's one of the major pathways in what your liver does. The glutathione pathway being the guy with toxins. Glutathione is the most powerful antioxidant known to man. I'm pretty sure that's still a correct statement. And it is made in our cells and it is made in our liver. It's actually hard to get autoimmunity if you have enough glutathione in your system because it does such a good job in also working along with vitamin D to dampen immune inflammation. It does so many things. If you're leaky gut, it does a zillion things. I should just do one on glutathione. So, but if you don't have enough glutathione, you're going to have chemical sensitivities. Now, because that pathway is going to be overwhelmed, then the glutathione is going to get used up. The glutathione comes in, it literally grabs the molecule, okay, and then it literally crushes it to a degree, but it brings it to a pathway where it neutralizes it, so that it can have another chemical attached to it, which makes it water soluble, and then it goes through phase 2 pathway, and then of detoxification, and then it goes out into the feces, or then the toxins go out into the toilet. So the best thing to do is to keep your liver in good shape. If you really wanted to take that to a full picture, how do you keep your liver in good shape? Well, you try not to be stressed. You get enough sleep. You probably stop drinking alcohol. Oh, but one drink a day is good. One drink a day causes damage to the liver, causes damage to the inside of your intestines, causes damage to the inside of your stomach. Not as much as 6 drinks a day, but still, it's ethanol. It screws up your cerebellum. It just does a lot of things. It is not a don't drink type of thing. This is just how it works. This is what ethanol does to your system. And since your liver has to process the alcohol, and most people know that if you drink too much alcohol, now I'm not talking about those people in general, but it's going to beat up your liver. Well, even one drink causes some astringency to your liver. So your liver is where it's at when it comes to detoxing you from all of these chemicals or making you not react to the chemicals. So the first thing you ought to do is get the liver under control. But If you have a bad gut, you're going to want to get the bad gut under control too, because if you have a bad gut, then you're going to get leaky gut, and if you get leaky gut, bad bacteria, toxins, undigested food particles, they're all going to get out of your intestines. They're going to go into your bloodstream, and guess where the first stop is once they get in your bloodstream? The liver. Well, the liver is where food sensitivities are formed, and a lot of my people come in, they have 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 food sensitivities, all formed in the liver. Liver helps with your blood sugar. If your blood sugar is going all over the place, your diabetes type 2, your liver's overworking, trying to work with your pancreas and your adrenals to control your blood sugar. So you really need to, I think the person who asked this, I think was probably looking for the silver bullet. The silver bullet, if you don't want to do all that other stuff, is probably to pack yourself full of glutathione at high doses. But the real answer is you have to kind of get the gut under control, and you have to make sure that the liver is detoxing. So you have to kind of figure out if your digestive system is working. You have to figure out if you got a leaky gut. You have to, if you have autoimmune disease, you probably have to address that to some degree, preferably with an alternative approach, because that puts a tremendous demand on the liver when it flares up. And then now you have the liver like in kind of good shape. Now you use the glutathione, it really works. Now I can use an example. For me, I have eczema, okay, and so I do all the right things. I sleep properly. I get nice exercise. I don't eat anything. I have celiac, so I don't eat gluten, and I have Hashimoto's, so I don't do iodine. All these other things, I do all of that. But if I don't take, but on top of that, I also kind of have poor liver and pancreas function. And so for me, I have to do all that, and then on top of that, I have to take 800 milligrams of glutathione a day. Now, if I don't take those 800 milligrams a day, despite the fact that I'm doing everything else to make my my digestive system and my liver happy, if I don't take that 800 milligrams, literally within like less than 7 days, my eczema will start to present itself. Okay, and I'll go, oh, I ran out of glutathione. It's really expensive stuff, so I should have kept taking it. And so I go take it literally, and again, because this glutathione is being laid in on top of a system that is pretty well as balanced as can be for someone who has 5 autoimmune conditions. When I layer it back in, because I'm doing all the good stuff, literally within 48 hours, my eczema will go back away. So, I mean, there's a lot to it. I guess that's my point. Okay, my point is there's not a silver bullet. If there was a silver bullet, depending on where your physiology is, possible. If you put 800 milligrams or so, or maybe more, of glutathione in there, it might work. It might work on bringing it down, bringing down your chemical sensitivity reactions. But likelihood is you're gonna need to fix your leaky gut. You're gonna need to, because most people who have those reactions have a leaky gut. So you're gonna have to fix your leaky gut, get rid of your food sensitivities. You're gonna have to detox your liver if it needs to be detoxed, and most people's do. And so it's a little bit of a process. There's that, and then the glutathione, liver detoxification, of course, is a part of that. So any of the types of detoxifications that you are familiar with, I mean, every good vitamin company has a good liver detox product, and then there's the milk thistles and all the things you probably already know about. But that's really where it's at. Chemical sensitivities, that's where it's at. It's liver, gallbladder, which I kind of chunk together. It's liver, gallbladder, glutathione, fix everything else that needs to be fixed.